Hi Leo Seeker, welcome back to the Existential Shift. Happy to have you. Let's see what March has in store. Leo, for March, please. What is the existential shift for Leos? Oh, and there is an existential shift for everyone. Nine of Pentacles, accomplishment, money, reward, fruit of hard labor. These are not just words. Earned. And carrying yourself in accordance, carrying yourself like someone who is proud of what they do and what they've done and what they are achieving. Dressing the part. It's not about how you'll be perceived, it's about how you feel as you walk. Because when you feel really, really great in your outfit, then you exude that emotion. And that is the thing that affects your environment. So, starting the reading with Nine of Pentacles and Six of Wands, that is very positive. There's some sort of an accomplishment that is worthy of a celebration and acknowledgement. It's something that you've been working on for a while behind the scenes quietly, and now that you succeed with it or accomplish it, you will talk about it to people only after the deal is signed, the thing was rewarded, etc. You'll post about it, you'll talk about it, and it will be celebrated. Knight of Swords, it will generate some sort of swift movement. I don't know if it's someone coming quickly with an idea, a proposal, a demand, if it's you. Four of Cups, Three of Cups, Seven of Wands, Five of Pentacles. So I'm picking up that someone is going to feel entitled for whatever it is that you've achieved or have now. It's interesting, like someone is like, okay, well, what about me? I want a piece of it or a part of it or recognition for it because my role was XYZ. And I think you disagree. Now come back to this reading, this might play out in the next 2 weeks or so. But I think you will disagree with them, and I think it will cause a rip in the relationship, the connection, the partnership, the dynamic. It could be someone really close to you. It could be someone not so close to you. But either way, it will create a fallout. I think it's something that the writing was on the wall. Like it was sensed in different occasions, but I don't think anything triggered them as much as they will feel triggered now because of this. Because this is big. This is big. Don't be mistaken. Nine of Pentacles, Six of Wands type of, to start the reading this way, them to be combined like that. You are being super recognized for something. A job well done. Promotion, status of some sort. It's like literally being on the horse. Now, I don't know if the expectation of this person is legitimate or not. I don't know the full scope of the story and the past of it, but you seem to not agree. You want to appease them for the sake of peace and harmony, but I think they're going to come with so much demands. Like you might be like, okay, you can have this, or okay, so you can have that, and you don't want to, you don't think it's appropriate, but you're just doing it to. It's like it's something that you're willing to compromise on just for the sake of, having things calm. But then they ask for more, and then you're like, okay, no, this is where I draw the line. You had nothing to do with this. This is not yours to be recognized for. This is mine. I did XYZ. I genuinely believe that you did. sorry. And then they might play on the strings of, there might be some coercion, like emotional, but something like that, it's hard to explain. It's weird, especially if this is not a personal relationship, like if it's a work relationship, although it could definitely be something personal. But they behave unprofessional, immature, inappropriate, and they seem to just expect you to give them what they want, which is interesting. And I think you're going to stand up for it, for whatever this is for you. And you're like, no, this is not yours in any way, shape, or form. This is all mine. And you trying to make it about you as well is just absurd. And this could, you know, denote a theme where this person was kind of feeding off your energy in a way, I think, like trying to make things that are yours to also be theirs in a way. Like someone was like, you know, those people who are like, oh my God, me too. Oh my God, so did I. Oh my God, I'm doing that too. Oh my God, and it's like, and you're like, no, you actually didn't. No, you're just saying that, or no, you're just trying to make it seem like that. Even if you're lying to yourself, no, this is me, this is mine. And I don't think it's ego. I think you're genuinely are about to, or are feeling like your boundaries are being crossed inappropriately, like in a way that is like almost taking your energy, and you're like, you know what? This has been possibly going on for long enough. It was just like in little bits of pieces here that allowed me to let it slide, but this is one too many. This will be one too many. You know, someone will try to, they will test you, and I think they will test you because they're used to testing you in that way. I'm sorry. Another thing for some of you, just for a few of you, if you are achieving something great, don't allow yourself to take it for granted and think that now everything's okay. No, you need to continue putting in the work and the effort that you've put in order to get to where you got to. So to maintain, sustain, and grow whatever success this is. Guys, this could be love, okay? This could be someone that has been courting someone for a very long time, and now finally they're like, okay, sure, let's go out, let's try whatever, and then you take them for granted. Or you stop pursuing them or being sweet as much as you were now that you think that they're yours. If that were to happen, this person will be like, okay, bye. So there's a strong not taking for granted type of advice, both in romance and in work. Okay. Oh. Judgment. Everybody's getting the judgment card recently. It's like, truth be told, truth be told. This is interesting. I'm picking up on like something on a bigger scale than the personal. Something about people in need. This could be something to do with either charity or immigration, or I don't know, people in need of some sort. And there's being a call to guide them somehow. Okay, this is the direction you need to take, right? It's like, okay, all the people that are in this situation, you go into that room. Or it actually kind of brings up, you know, like with the virus, you know, it's something along the line of, okay, everyone who needs to get tested, who can't get tested, go into this lab. We're going to take that line. Something, it's just an example. It doesn't have to apply to it at all, okay? It could be like, I don't know, volunteering or working in a homeless shelter or something. Or, okay, all the people who need food, you go into this section or this line. I think either you are giving that call or receiving that call in regards to where to go in order to get help or get assistance. I think some of you are in a position to help others, and so you are dealing with like channeling the resources. Interesting. Or you have someone, or you're in the other end of it, and you're being told what you need to do in order to. It feels positive. It feels helpful. It feels like coming to the rescue, coming to Jesus. Okay, it's a little bit dramatic, but it's almost like a coming to Jesus moment of salvation. Wow. The Hermit. So there's an element of someone or someone's, either a group of people or one person, either you or someone else. You can be the savior, you can be the saved, right? But there's an aspect of oh my God. You know what is coming up? The song Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. What an interesting turn of event. I don't know if it's related to the beginning of the reading somehow, or if it's another aspect to it, or if it's something completely different, but I'm feeling like and this is guided by spirit and or ancestor. Again, this could be something for a collective or for an individual, but this is your reading, so I feel like amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I'm nowhere near able to sing it like some gospel singer can sing this, but I had the urge to also sing it. So I don't know if it's like, maybe it's like an organization of some sort that like helps people. It could be religious, like I don't know. There seemed to be like an assistance coming out of seemingly nowhere. It feels like grace, like it almost makes you, for some of you, and whether you, I don't know what your level of belief system is, but for some of you, it's literally going to make you like look up to the sky and be like, I don't know, this is something very powerful coming through. And I'm surprised at the turn that this reading took. Oh my God, bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. Yes, definitely something with helping the needy or being helped when you're in need. I know there are a lot of people right now because of the past year that are in a very difficult place, be it emotionally, psychologically, financially. A lot of people are really, really struggling. And it also brings out the beauty in communities and have people, you know, come together to help one another. So there is, I mean, there's a lot to say about the masks, whether we agree with them, whether you agree with them or not, whether you see the value in them or not. I'm saying this just because I know a lot of people are watching, and you know, different people have different views at a topic that is super controversial right now. You might think that your mindset is not controversial and that's the ultimate truth, but then the other person will say the exact same thing. That's how we're divided when it comes to how we view it, and each of the sides will bring scientific proofs and confirmation and all of it, and it almost feels like they are two truths, two realities, both legitimate, operating at the same time, which makes it super confusing to choose, especially if you're someone who can see, who have nuanced thinking and understand the wisdom in this and the wisdom in that, and can see that point of view and can see into that point of view. Truth is not black and white, you know, both sides can be correct, but either way, what I'm trying to say is, regardless of where you stand, bottom line, the entire world, or most of the world, for the past year, came together for the weak, you know, for the elderly and for the people with background situations, and put on this very limiting thing, in as in ways of camaraderie and in ways of sacrificing. It's not just a protective thing, it was also in ways of sacrifice, you know, of protecting the other. So again, there's a lot to say, and there's a lot to convey about all of this, but bottom line, you can't ignore the beauty in it, right? So that type of level of grace is coming up to me here, and the cards are super accurate with it. They're fitting, but it's also a lot of channeling coming through them. I think some of you are going to get something from an elderly in your family that possibly living or possibly passed away. This could be also an ancestor, someone that you may not necessarily know by name, but that I don't know if they're giving you a skill of some sort, or talent of some sort, or something tangible, or even information on something that helps you somehow. Wow, Leo. Okay. King of Pentacles, Three of Swords. There might be someone around you, and I don't know if it's this person that we saw in the beginning that is like, okay, what about my share? What about my cut? I think you'll find out afterwards, still this month, but like towards mid or later in March, the reason why they did it. You're like, this doesn't make any sense. What you're asking for, what you're demanding, it doesn't make any sense. I think you're going to find out why. I think they possibly lost something, either an income or a business or a relationship or even a home situation. They found themselves in a very, very difficult situation, and you didn't know how bad it was. You had no clue how bad it was, and then it changes your perspective as to why they behaved the way you perceived to be. Wow, this reading takes a completely different perspective now. It's interesting because we started off with just your perspective because apparently we didn't have all the information. Now that this information is coming out, you're like, oh my God. And then you'll feel a little bit apologetic, like, if you just told me or if I knew. I think this person, they won't want to tell you, or I don't know if it's because of pride or any other reason, but you'll find out. Also, make sure that if you have a family member that feels something in their heart, like stings or anything, to get tested immediately, to go to a doctor, go to a physician, and have a checkup, to not wait with it, to not delay it in any way, shape, or form, especially things to do with the heart. Okay, this is something very, very specific. If someone is being hospitalized for something like that, and they want to send them home because there's too many people in the hospital, or there are too many patients, or it's okay. You can have home rest, and we'll keep monitoring you. Insist on staying in the hospital for at least 3 days. This is something very, very specific, probably for one person or two people that need to hear it. But if that's the case, if that happens, you're like, no, we're going to stay here. Don't let that person be like, no, I want to go home. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Keep them in the hospital for at least 3 days. Not 1, not 2, 3. It's coming up very, very strongly. In case something were to happen that will require immediate attention. This is not I'm not a doctor. I don't know who you are. Okay, so this is coming through as a message. Take that as you will, or don't. Okay. So I have to protect myself in that respect. You know best, and of course consult with your doctors. But that's a very strong message that came through. And it might not relate to you at all at this point, and maybe like a week, 2, 3 weeks from now, suddenly it will be, oh my God. Keep them in the hospital for at least 3 days. And I'll just say that enough. I'll just leave it at that. I don't like it when I get messages like this, but and Spirit knows that. So if I'm getting something like this, let alone in a general reading, like sometimes things like that will come through in private sessions, absolutely. And then I don't do health readings in private sessions, but if something comes through strongly, then I will always say it, because if it's coming through, then it needs to be told. But that's just how rare it is for it to come in a general reading and for me to stay stuck on it. So that's why I'm emphasizing this, that it's really important that they don't get discharged to the house, even if they seem fine. Stay an extra 3 days, because that can make a huge difference. The time that it will take to get from the house to the hospital can have long-lasting implications, especially on the mind, on the brain for some reason. So this could apply for example, God forbid, a stroke, right? Why am I not being released of this? Like, I want to move on. Like, I keep being pulled into repeating this. It's making me really uncomfortable. Can you just please stop? Okay. Show me more. Because they always blame the messenger. I literally have nothing to do with it. But I have been, thrown responsibility at in situations before over things I have nothing to do with, because someone needed someone to take out their anger at. And I don't want to be in that position. I don't deserve that. So that's why I really don't like giving messages like that, especially when it's so intense. And I'm just surprised that I'm still in this. Like, why am I still in this? Okay, I surrender. I open to the message. Why am I still in this? What else needs to come through? God, okay. Not everything is written. Not everything is maktub in that regard to it was meant to be. Some things can be changed. Some things can be saved. Some things can't. Some things, it's just their time, but some things can. This is something that can be saved. Okay, this has to do with lineage and family karma. That this is an opportunity to break the cycle in a way by saving something. Either saving someone from debt, but from death. Seriously? Or from mental and emotional anguish. Okay, so now, guys, this does not have to apply to everyone. Some of you that it might apply to don't know yet, but there's something here that can and is advised to be saved, because if it's not saved, it's not your fault, but it is a continuance of the cyclical lineage karma. Whereas if it is saved, then it will break a very intense cycle. Okay? Okay. If a... Sorry, just give me a minute. This is so weird. I'm very uncomfortable right now, but I'm like really pushed. Some of you might think I'm crazy. Great. I don't know why it's making me so emotional. So I'm not Leo. I don't have Leo in my chart in a specific way that I know of anyway. But so it's not personal. I'm like, I feel like I'm just tapping into that energy. So another thing that is coming up, it doesn't have to be physical. So if a family member knocks on your door, this could be either literal or an analogy, right? If they if they come to you in need, okay? If they come to you in need, it doesn't matter if it's your immediate relative or someone you haven't heard of or seen in like 20, 30 years. It doesn't matter if it's someone you had a fallout with or if it's someone that you love deeply. It doesn't matter. If it's someone from your bloodline, specifically your bloodline, they're related to you by blood, meaning again, near or far, it doesn't matter. If you know that they're related to you by blood, do not turn them away. Now, I'm saying it with cautious in case there are cross watchers for a Leo who might take advantage of it. Don't you dare, because if this isn't true and fated, something that you were already going to do or already did, for example, and you're just going to try and like take advantage of this message thinking that a Leo will give you something because of this, you create a horrible karma for yourself. So that's just a side note for any potential, I don't know, abusers of my messages. Don't you fucking dare. You'll have to deal with your karma and the karma of taking advantage of my messages. Don't you dare. Bye. So, but back to normal people. So, Leo, if that happens to you, if you turn them away, it's not that the sky will fall on you. It's not something like that. But it will maintain some sort of negative lineage karma that you have suffered from before, whether you're aware of it or not, and probably will, because life is complicated, you know, but you might not even make the connection or might not have a clue that it has to do with it. But if you don't turn them away, that will be the breaking of the chain. Okay? Okay, now I'm calm. Okay, it's done. It's over. Oh my god, that made me feel so uncomfortable for some reason. Okay. Yes, I'm picking up on a question. If you know of someone in your family in a situation that you're wondering if you should reach out to help, yes. If you feel like that could apply to you, then yes. Absolutely, I'm getting absolutely. Strong, strong, strong yes. Okay. Because this person, if that's the case, this person might not even ask. The message was, in case they ask, don't turn them away. But now because you asked that, that triggered another information in me, that this person might not ask. You might not know. So if you have an inclination, talk to them. Just talk to them. Okay. All right. Thank goodness. Knight of Cups. This is the healing, the recovery, the either physical and or emotional and or karmic recovery. So this is very good to see. Literally, I press play and I have no idea what's going to happen. If you guys were wondering, do I plan it? Do I know what I'm going to say? No, I let the cards and the energy kind of... I read the story with you for the first time. It's like opening a book for the first time. I'm the narrator, I'm the reader, but I'm reading it with you guys. I didn't pre-read it. So I'm like going through the motions with you as you listen to me, you know? So... But the Knight of Cups coming up here is very, it's very reassuring. I'm like doing this, I'm calming myself down. Okay, guys, I can't continue, honestly. Okay, is there anything else? I'm going to continue this in the extended. I'll give you a preview. I'll show you in a second. But is anything else for this general reading for Leos that they need to know for the month of March? Page of Pentacles. Okay, so whatever this is, it's going to begin recovery, right? Maybe this person will get a loan of some sort, or maybe a job or a contract will come through, or a message of some sort that gives an opportunity to recover the damages, or to and the Sun card, here you are. Okay. So there is healing, there is health, there is joy, there might be a message. This could be a young individual that we were talking about, by the way, because of the child here, and pages often can speak of younger individuals. But there is... Okay, all right. Look at the cards. Okay, I'm going to do an extended that focuses on your love life. We're going to look into you and your person of interest, and stay tuned because right now I'm going to reshuffle and give you a preview and start talking a little bit so you know what's up. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 don't repeat, so we don't need them for this one. Okay. I don't have to do this, I just like doing this. These are the major arcanas. A lot of ancestry lineage thing is coming up in this reading, a lot of there was, okay, another channel, great, sorry, not complaining. Okay, there was an event in a past that led to a disappointment of some sort, something that started as a celebration ended up in tragedy. This could be, and I'm talking past tense, guys, and it is not a foresight. I will tell you when it's a foresight, I will tell you when it's not. This is not a foresight, this is the past, possibly even really far past, but this is something that started as a celebration, maybe like pregnancy or childbirth, etc., but ended in tragedy, like maybe God forbid the mother died with the childbirth, or the baby didn't survive something. This could be a wedding, for example, that last minute the bride or the groom canceled, right? Like something that was supposed to be a celebration ended up in tragedy. That thing got stuck. I don't know why it repeated itself in energy and in karma and in cycles, but this is the thing that wants to break and to heal. For that to happen, there has to be family unity, because it happened in the first place. Now guys, this could be past lifetime. It doesn't have to be in this lifetime, okay? But you will feel it if it speaks to you. This could have happened as a manifestation of a deep, of a strong betrayal or lack of unity within this family unit. And that just maintained the cycle even harder. So the way to heal it is by radical unity, radical generosity, radical being there for a member, okay? It just gave me the source. There was a family member that worked with a family member. Two family members that worked together. One was innocent. One tried to take more than their share. And that person who did that, whether it was in this lifetime or in past lifetime, generated that sense of heartache, betrayal. And there's an ancestor who passed away, a grandfather, a great-grandfather, so on, that is guiding in spirit. They're guiding this because the spirit and the universe, the divine, however you want to name it, is now, as we know and as I speak of a lot, is pushing towards unity and healing, so we can raise our frequency and move further on in our spiritual evolution as human species. And so there is a lot of pushing towards healing family karma and generational lineage, things like that. So this is your case. Okay. Clean all this, please. I want to look into Leo's love life. Clean all that, please, unless it's directly related. But I want to focus on my Leo secrets. Yes, it could be different placements. You don't have to be a Leo sun for it to apply to you. If you strongly resonate with this, or if you know of an ancestor that was a Leo, or something like that, you'll know if it's yours or not. Okay. Love for Leo and their person of interest for the month of March, please. Show me Leo and their person for the month of March. Love. Love for Leo and their person of interest. When I'm shuffling, don't fast forward. Focus your energy on the cards. Love for Leo and their person of interest. Take a deep breath and be patient. Leo and their person for the month of March. No? More? Okay. Yeah, I need to shuffle a lot to clear out the energy from the reading, to focus on love life, because it was heavy, it was a lot. So help me with focusing, okay? Leo and their person of interest for the month of March. There we go. Okay. picking up on a very, very difficult question. Not difficult, I know the answer, but it's difficult to answer because it's not an easy answer. The question is, what if it already happened and they already turned me away, or I already turned them away? Then if that's the case, then if that already happened, then this reading came to give you an explanation as to why certain bad events or things that felt karmic or tragic or losses has occurred since. I am not in any way, shape, or form saying it to blame, to shame, to make you feel bad. I'm saying it because I picked up on that question, so that's the answer. Knowing will help heal. It's never too late. Okay? So you can find a different way to resolve it, either by helping them now or trying to pass it forward and help someone else. And the accuracy of it will vary between the situation. It's yours to figure out. Okay? Mindset, heart space, your actions towards one another, where you feel you stand, influences outside the dynamic between the two of you, past, present, future, potential. I will start with the mindset and continue in the extended. In your mind, justice. They have 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Hold on. Leo, I'm picking up on you standing your ground on something to do with this partner or person of interest. If you're in an established relationship and you are thinking about marriage, you might be thinking or talking to them about a prenup. Your person seems to be fine on their own. Meaning financially. But I am picking up on a suspicion or an discomfort of some sort when it comes to finances and legalities with your person. You're communicating to them that, you know, you're being strict, you're being clear, you're being sharp. And your person is communicating, yeah, that's fine and understood and blah, 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 if that's the case. But I want to see further as to, like, you know, what's at heart and etc. If that's not the case, then this could be you standing your ground when it comes to your value and your worth and your standards. And that attracts someone that aligns with those standards, someone that has a similar viewpoint on where you both need to be in life, be it work, finances, emotional health, etc. So those are the 2 avenues that I'm picking up just by these 2 cards. Of course, when I open the other cards, other aspects can come through. Let's see what the runes are, because we'll also have a rune reading. Runes for Leo for love for the month of March. Show me into Leo's love life for the month of March, please. Fehu in the upright. Ing. Hera. And Hagalas. I will talk about them when we do the reading. This is from your point of view, how it looks like. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. I love you and I appreciate you. I will see you in a second in your extended. It's available, links below, both on Patreon and on Vimeo. I would really love to see you over on Patreon, but either way, I'm grateful for your presence. And be sure to check out Tarot Masterclass Bunkai, link below, for those of you who want to study how to be a Tarochi and simultaneously undergo a shamanic spiritual journey with me. It's an online tarot library that I've created. You can rent the cards separately or you can have the entire course. All that is yummy is below. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.